real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Jacqueline Harris is on a lot of social networking sites and recently performed poetry on a video networking site. Jacqueline says she's never met the defendant, but after he started following her on Twitter and Facebook, he stole one of her poems and used it in his song, so she's suing. Defendant Mikhail Roby says he started following Jacqueline online 2 years ago, but back then she never paid him any mind because he was just a producer. Mikhail is shocked that Jacqueline is upset about him sampling her poem because no one paid any attention to her before he did so.
All right, start with you.
First, I haven't ever actually met this person, so would it be okay if I introduce myself to him?
Go right ahead.
Hi, I'm Jay. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Kel. Nice to meet you as well.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So basically, I go on social networking sites, as most people do my age. And I was once on a video networking site where one of the producers asked me to perform some poetry. So from that, I believe this is how he found out about me. And he started to track me on all of my social networking sites from Facebook, Twitter,
What was he
Instagram.
saying to you?
No, I mean, he just became a fan, basically.
Okay.
So a few months ago, he did send me a track. I didn't understand what the purpose was. It was an instrumental. He wanted to collaborate with me. But because of my busy schedule, I didn't get back to him in time. And then next thing you know, on September 23rd, I get a message from him saying, "Just letting you know, I sampled your Unlucky Love poem." And I have that message for you.
Thank you.
What were you going to do with it?
Well, it's basically that poem. I wrote it on August 2nd. I had just lost my grandmother 2 days prior. And so I usually don't go on YouTube and just like put a poem that I just recorded on YouTube like that. But it was just kind of my therapy because, as I said, my grandmother just passed, and that's who I always like practice my poetry
You didn't
with.
expect to make a profit?
Eventually I would, because I do poetry professionally. I do professional shows and showcases. So that was just some of my material that I was kind of just testing out, you know, to see if it would.
So you're suing him for copyright violation?
No, not copyright, misappropriation, because he
That's
definitely.
copyright. That's
okay.
Copyright.
I'm no lawyer. I'm a poet. So.
Okay, well, don't tell me no when I quote the law.
I apologize.
Suing him for copyright violation?
No, not copyright, misappropriation, because he
That's
definitely.
Copyright. That's
okay.
Copyright.
I'm no lawyer. I'm a poet. So.
Okay, well, don't tell me no when I quote the law.
I apologize.
Plaintiff Jacqueline Harris has never met the defendant, but she's suing because she claims he stole one of her poems and sampled it in a song without her permission.
All right, sir, let me hear from you.
Okay. I seen her on the internet 2010. That's 2 years ago, fairly, you know. I admired her work. She was an artist, you know. I was like, okay, let me see what she got going. So found some contact information, sent her a track. Yeah, I sent her a track that I sampled. This was 2 years ago, you know. Just a producer back then. I was only making beats. No response, you know. She was a superstar, so she didn't respond back. 2 years later, I saw her on YouTube, a poem that related to what I wanted to do. You know, I have this project that I made called Women in Movies. And it's a track called Making Memories that I did. And
You have it?
yeah.
You want to play it?
Yeah, I played it.
Go right ahead.
I've never been lucky in love. Sometimes it seems like love don't love me, and I'm lovely. But even beyond the physical beauty, intellectually stimulating you mentally, it seems like you and me were meant to be. But I've never been so lucky, and luckily I'm in touch with reality. I wanted you as my king, but that was just a fantasy. You should have been a friend to me, reached out your hand to me and asked me to be your queen and help you manifest your dream. Together we could apply the finer things, but I've never been so lucky.
Hear me out, you may believe you tried it all right here. Young queen wishing to be captured by a king right here.
Okay, got your point. Sounds pretty good. So...
Well, I sent it to her a message on Facebook, and I was like, I sent you an email, you know. I'm looking forward to hearing some feedback. And
she never approved of the use?
Nah, it was some other party that she was waiting on.
Okay. She just stole it?
Yeah, I don't think it was stolen.
How do
really.
you characterize
Well,
it?
okay. Well,
If you use somebody's stuff without their authorization, what would you call it?
Well, I would call it promoting in her case, you know, because I don't think it was just property. I think she would just really, I think she really needed her poem promoted from a different level.
Okay, but she didn't ask you to.
She didn't. I volunteered.
And she didn't authorize you to.
She didn't authorize.
And
me.
you published it.
Well, I didn't publish it far as in.
Publish it
legal.
means expose it to third parties.
Yes, sir. I did. I exposed it to third
Took
parties.
her property, exposed it to third parties so that it can enhance your ability to make a profit on your business.
And can I also say that he wrote me saying I jacked you? So I don't know, is there a different way? What does jacking
Jack
mean?
means stick up, steal.
Exactly. And he said he snitched on himself. So I mean, what
Sir,
else?
did you do
Honesty.
that?
I just wanted to be honest about it. Like, I think that's the best policy. So I was blunt. I felt like it deserved to be stolen because nobody saw it. Like, she wasn't wearing it right, you know. She makes jewelry too, you know, so it's like.
You gonna copy your jewelry too and sell that?
I'll make her a flyer though, I'll, you know, help, you know.
May I just say that I'm a professional poet. If I was going to collaborate with an artist, then I would go to a studio and record the poem properly and then allow him to use it. I wouldn't let somebody use a YouTube video where my voice is cracky. Like I said, I was in a morning stage, so that's not representing me well. You know, like, I don't need that promotion. Obviously, I have my own promotion if you found me. I'm sorry. If he found me, obviously I'm promoting just fine.
Good point.
I'm always looking for her.
Good point. Well, you looked for her and you found her.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
So like she said, she must be promoted enough to be found.
Exactly.
So, sir, this is what you call copyright infringement. You can't use a person's art that they create without their permission. And then when you go for the permission, usually they're gonna charge you.
Well, like, I pressed up covers, you know,
With my name on them.
yeah, I did. I gave
You
her full
put her
credit.
name on the covers too, sir.
I gave her full credit, sir.
Full credit, give her full money.
Yeah.
and get her permission.
Full clap too, because, like, okay, I didn't make any
Let me
profits off it.
explain to you how this goes, sir.
Sorry.
What you had to do is agree to pay her, whether you made any money or not. She says, okay, but I need 10,000 and I need 5% of all the royalties that you get. But first, you have to make sure you pay me the 10,000. Unless you pay me that 10,000, don't even go in the studio. So I'm trying to educate you and some of the other hip-hop artists
I'm learning.
who are using these folk songs. You better go to being Dr. Dre, come up with some original beats.
Yeah.
Well, the beat was original. Well, kind of.
You say kind of. You say kind of.
Yeah,
you
Dre.
need some training. Go see Dr. Dre. He'll teach you how to produce without using somebody
I wish
else's
I could
stuff.
see him.
So I'm trying to educate you
Yeah,
and
I'm
some of the other hip-hop artists
I'm learning.
who are using these folk songs. You better go to being Dr. Dre, come up with some original beats.
Yeah.
Well, the beat was original. Well, kind of.
You say kind of.
Plaintiff Jacqueline Harris has never met the defendant, but she's suing because she claims he stole one of her poems and sampled it in a song without her permission.
Anything else he's done?
Yeah, he actually did a lot more after that.
What's that?
Okay, so on October 2nd, he posted on my Facebook wall again to the public that I bet you will end up on this mixtape like it is. The kid is done waiting. Yeah, I'm snitching on myself. See you in court if you have a problem with it. Okay, but so then some of my colleagues, they started to get in on the post because they were the ones I was initially with when I got the track. You know, those were the people I presented it to. So then he goes on to start like making threats towards me. Some of them including, all right, gotta go grab a switchblade from Home Depot, catch a sale on some jogging pants and a white tee and some slick hair gel. Yeah, I'm ready to make a memory out of this court scene. Then he goes on to tag people in my city, putting me in harm's way, you know, where he's asking them, do y'all know her before I off her? You'll be found with this switchblade. G.I.J. is going down. Like, I mean, he just got completely ignorant. You know, like, he couldn't just take a simple no. It's my poem.
Where you live, sir?
Memphis. I live in Memphis, you know. I wanted to come to Denver where she was at.
Oh, don't do that. Wouldn't be wise.
You ever been convicted of a crime?
No, okay, everything she said, I did.
Answer my question.
Okay,
You ever been convicted of a crime?
Seatbelt ticket. No, I haven't been really.
Seatbelts.
Yes, yeah.
Grew up in a drug and crime-infested neighborhood?
I've seen
You've seen it.
things.
You've watched the game go down.
Yeah.
Yet you playing thug. Like the rest of these middle-class kids who ain't never been in the game. They watch the game like you say, I seen it. I seen it going down in the street. And you gonna come here playing, you look like a square. Coming here talking about what you gonna do to this woman. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. You're not gonna bust a grape on nobody. You gonna go out there and get beat down or shot up trying to play like you a thug, please.
And
judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
yeah, he made a fake message and it had all these like sexual advances towards him, like me saying, oh, I want to hump the baby daddy tuxedo, I'm super horny. I mean, he really like put me in a bad light, and because I'm a professional, it didn't really go against me too bad because people respect me, but he definitely was out of line for that.
Well, I feel that she needs to understand it was a video treatment, as far as the switchblade and the humping and all that. Yeah, that's all fake. It's fraud. It was a video treatment for
Yeah, it was fake that
making
you made
memories.
a fake Photoshop
like
message.
Michael Jackson Beat It video was a remake.
Okay, well, that's not how you do it. I'm just trying to show you I've been in this game a long time. It's 20% talent, 80% business. Your business is all wrong, homie. You got to get it right.
Homie? Is that a business term?
Oh, it's for us right now.
Excuse me, young lady. You got to get the words right, you know.